Hello everyone, welcome to my tutorial on In Silico Drug Discovery. So this is the fast tutorial, and I have made this tutorial particularly for the beginners. As you see, the title is A Beginner's Guide to In Silico Drug Discovery. And for this tutorial, no previous experience or experience is required in the field of in silico drug discovery, but I suggest that beginners should watch this video from the beginning until end. And I will sequentially upload several other tutorials, and you should watch this tutorial in a sequential manner to gain some knowledge about the in silico drug discovery process. Let's have a look. What is a drug? The drug or therapeutic drug is also known as medication or medicine. And these medicines are used to treat or prevent different kind of disease. So when we get sick and we visit to the doctor, doctor gives us different kind of medicine. But do you know, how do they work? What is the mechanism of action of this drug? And that part is the most interesting thing. So, these drug molecules are actually different kinds of organic compounds. And these organic compounds are synthesized in the laboratory. Here I have selected 5 drug molecules for representation. The first tantilprozole, diclofenac, telmisartan, atorvastatin, and ciprofloxacin. These drugs are very common. People commonly use these drugs to treat different kind of medical condition. So you see they are actually a small molecule, small organic molecule.
So,
when we consume these drugs or we take these drugs, and these drugs is administered in our body through different route, like oral routes, or sometimes intramuscular injection or intravenous injection. So when these drugs enter in our body, they are distributed or transported to different parts of our body, where they bind to their target molecules. And mostly the target molecules are different kinds of protein molecules which are present in our body. After some times, these drugs are metabolized, and they are excreted out from our body through urine. So sometimes the unabsorbed drugs maybe pass out through stool. So this is the pharmacokinetics of the drug. That means how the drug enter in our body and how they are transported to different parts of our body and how articulated they are excreted out from our body. So, what is the mechanism of action of these drugs? So therapeutic drugs are usually cellular pathway inhibitor, or more specifically protein in. So you see in case of pantoprazole, which is one kind of antacid, it inhibits a proton pump which is present in our stomach. The proton pump, this protein, actually transport H plus ion into the stomach, and they import H plus ion into the stomach. And that's how the pH of the stomach becomes low and the stomach becomes acidic. So, pantoprazole, when binds the proton pump is inhibited and it can no longer pump the H plus ion into the stomach. The second example is diclofenac. You know it's a very popular painkiller. This diclofenac actually binds with an enzyme which is known as COX or cyclu. And this enzyme is responsible for the sensitivity of prostaglandin and ultimately responsible for the pain sensation. So diclofenac binds and inhibits the COX enzyme so that it can no longer and it synthesizes the prostaglandin and the pain sensation is gone. Next is hypertensive, very popular antihypertensive. So it's used to treat the high blood pressure. They actually is the one kinda at a receptor angiotensin 2 receptor block. The next in sequence is atorvastatin, which is the enzyme HMG-CR inhibitor, and this enzyme is the first enzyme in the cholesterol biosynthetic pathway. So when atorvastatin inhibit this enzyme, the cholesterol synthesis is stopped. Finally, another example is different kinds of antibiotic. So antibiotics are the drug molecules which binds to the essential protein of bacteria. So bacteria require these proteins for their activity. So when the antibinds to these protein molecules, they inhibit the function of the protein molecules, and that's how the bacteria ultimately die. So you see, in most cases, the drug molecules are actually different kinds of protein inhibitor. So protein may be a proton pump, or different kind of structural protein, or enzymes, or there are other kinds of protein. So in Silico Drug Discovery, there are mainly two components. One is drug, another is protein molecule. The protein molecule is actually the target, and drug molecules, they are actually inhibitor. And in most cases, the drug molecule actually inhibit the function of the protein molecule.
So,
for understanding the process of drug discovery, you fast learn, or you should have basic knowledge about the different kinds of protein. Okay, so I will show you through animation different kinds of protein molecules and their activity. How do they work in our body? How do they function? So through a animated video, I'm going to show you the function of different kinds of protein molecule. Few example. Okay. So this is a transporter protein, which is transporting the ion across the plasma membrane. And this is a ribosome. Ribosome is a protein complex which binds with the mRNA and translate to synthesize the protein molecules or peptide chain. This blue color receptor protein are present on the cell surface, as you can see, and this yellow color ligand is binding with the receptor protein, and after formation of the receptor ligand complex, the receptor is become activated. And this is the avinda, which binds with the helper with the help of some receptor protein which are present on the cell surface. So how this protein, that's how this protein works. So you see, the most important biomolecule in our body is the protein molecule, because every function, everything in our body is regulated by the protein molecule. Each protein molecule has its unique role. Sometimes more than one protein molecule, they express one feature sorting. Suppose the enzymes of a metabolic pathway. Suppose we have glycolysis in the cytoplasm, and several enzymes are involved in the glycolytic pathway. So they actually regulate the breakdown of carbohydrate molecule or glucose into the pyruvate. So every trait or every feature in our body is regulated by the gluten molecule. Now you may say the DNA is the most important biomolecule. Yes, obviously, but DNA contains the codes or the genes or the information how to synthesize this protein molecules. Actually, DNA carries the information how to synthesize the protein molecules and the work which are actually done by the protein molecules. So protein molecules are actually workhorses. Now, in case of drug designing, you see the target is to discover or identify organic compounds which can inhibit the function of different protein molecules. And each drug has its own target. Sometimes drugs are multi-target. They can act on different protein molecules. Okay. So what is in silico drug discovery? In case of in silico drug discovery, everything is done in a virtual environment. That means nothing is real. Like in case of animation, as we have seen already, that the protein molecules or RNAs which I have shown you, they are actually animated. but they are behaving like the original biomolecule. So in case of computer simulation, we use the cartoon molecules of drug molecules and protein molecule to see their interaction. Everything is done in virtual environment, not in real environment. So, cartoon models are generated of protein molecules and drug molecules, then way that these drug binds with the protein molecule. This is tested through computational method. But several different types of methods are there. Different software can be used, but the main target is to identify drug molecule which could strongly bind with the protein molecule and can inhibit the function of that protein molecule. And that's all about the in silico drug discovery process. But before discussing the defined kinds of software which are used in silico drug discovery, you should have basic idea about the structure of the protein molecule, which is very important. So first, you should know about the structure of the different drug molecules and protein molecules and the function of these protein molecules. And in a next video or subsequent video, I will explain about the structure of the protein molecules. If you don't know about the structure of the protein molecule, it will be very difficult to interpret anything. So that's all for this tutorial, and in next tutorial, I will explain about the structure of the protein molecule.
Thank you.